I think we're going to end up talking about the band Weezer, but the intent is not to necessarily talk about the band Weezer. This is one of the weirdest stories over the last couple of days that has now produced one of the most bizarre reactions that I can think of. I don't know what to believe. It's like a Coen Brothers movie is playing out right in front of us. Okay, then you got to do this whole thing about Weezer is Weezer polarizing? Maybe not. This is not like Journey or someone like that. But, if you're what is the age here? 30 to 50 maybe?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So you grew up with Weezer. I mean, I don't think most people don't hate them, right? Not Nickelback or something. You're okay with it.
Nickelback actually is not as hated as they used to be either.
I know.
They got a resurgence.
They have had a resurgence. God help us. That says something about our taste. But I'm not saying this is not about Weezer or railing on Weezer. I just find Weezer an interesting band. There's a lot of people who love them. That's not what this is about. This is just weird. It's way too weird. And I suck at pop culture, so I don't know enough about this guy's wife. But she's in a lot of trouble, and the cops almost killed her, and I can't figure out what the hell anyone was doing in this story. So here you go. It says, rock star's response. Weezer star Scott Schreiner's bizarre reaction after wife Julian Lauren shot by cops and charged with attempted murder. This is a Coen Brothers movie. Coen Brothers movies, as great as they are, my favorite is Burn After Reading, is always going to have dysfunctional, screwed up people throughout. And they're going to be dysfunctional and screwed up in very interesting jobs. Right? It's just a very eclectic group of people, but it's a mess. They're a mess. And there's always that moment of horrible violence. When you're like in a Coen Brothers movie, you don't really expect it. Oh, wow, didn't see that one coming. That's what the Coen Brothers do. Burn After Reading I thought Brad Pitt almost stole, as usual with the Coen Brothers movie, the understated character ends up being fantastic. And Brad Pitt played a health club guy in Burn After Reading. This is Burn After Reading. We got the bass player of Weezer. That's weird to start with. The wife is out chasing down criminals, or maybe not. The wife is in her driveway pointing a gun at the cops, or maybe not. And the cops shoot her and don't kill her. I'm not one of those gun people that says you need to run out of your house and chase people down. I think it's a pretty bad idea. I really do. I'm finding myself slightly defending her. And the reason is, reportedly, there's criminals running through her backyard. The cops are chasing them. Okay, Jillian Lauren allegedly pointed a handgun at armed cops after a standoff with officers who were searching for 3 suspects over an unrelated hit and run near her home in Los Angeles. They had launched a manhunt for the 3 guys after they fled from a crash, and this is near the neighborhood of Eagle Rock. So the Shriners, the couple, live nearby. So the cops are looking for these dudes who ran, and then they end up at her house, and she's out there with a gun. And they say she allegedly opened fire at one of the suspects that was trying to break into her house. Again, I'm kind of defending her if it's really the way it's reported. So one of these nuts is running, trying to get into her house, reportedly, and she blasts that guy. So then police show up. They're yelling at her to drop the gun. They say, quote, numerous times. She refused. One officer is then said to have shot her in the shoulder. So yeah, it's a Coen Brothers. Everyone's shooting each other in the Coen Brothers movie. Jillian told police she armed herself after hearing about the three men on the run in the neighborhood. Do we know for sure if one of the dudes was trying to break in? If so, I think she's got some cover here, don't you? I mean, look, I get it. It's not a great idea to be pointing the gun at the cops, but is it possible there's a little bit of a gray area there if you've just shot someone trying to break into your house? So that's where we are. She's alive. Scott Schreiner, by the way, is the band's longest-serving bass player. Has he been there from the very beginning? I think he might have. Okay, either way, so then he enters stage left. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of traumatic, right? Remember I told you this is a Coen Brothers movie? It's pretty traumatic. Did they mean to shoot her in the shoulder? I thought you're supposed to shoot someone to kill him. Was that a mistake and she's alive? Okay, so you got all this going on. You got the missus is shooting at guys running through the yard trying to break in the house who are running from a hit and run, chased by the cops through the neighborhood. She's out front, armed because she's shooting the bad guys. The cops come running up, drop the gun lady. They say she points it and or shoots at them, and they blast her in the shoulder. She's alive but charged with attempted murder. I don't know where the three guys are they were chasing. So what does the husband do? Like, this might be one of those times you would think, yeah, this is one of those statements that say, it's a very confusing series of events. We would like you to respect our privacy at this time. My concern is with my wife. Something like that, right? Some variation of that. Be pretty simple, be pretty caring. I think you try to defend her a little bit publicly, don't you think? Would you? Nah, he didn't do that at all. No, he didn't do that. His statement, see you at Coachella. Yeah. Huh. See you at Coachella. First of all, I don't want to go to Coachella. But, wow. This show's going to go on. Show's going to go on. That's it. See you. I mean, you got to say this. I mean, they've been a pretty hardworking band for a long time. They have. But that's weird. That's Coen Brothers like. That's weird. In the end, see you at Coachella.